Mama June fans slam Shannon for using Anna's death for followers. Mama June star Anna Cardwell recently died a tragic death at the age of 29. She was suffering from stage 4 cancer and knew that it was terminal. Recently, Shannon announced the sad demise of her daughter, and since then, viewers have been mourning her death. Amid all this, fans noticed something shocking and accused Shannon of using Anna's death to gain followers. Some fans even put the allegation on her of exploiting her own daughter's death just for fame. What did June do? Did she really use Anna's demise for her own means? Mama June. Viewers accuse Shannon of exploiting Anna's death. The show Mama June has documented Anna's entire cancer battle, and it will be a part of the upcoming season. She was comfortable with the camera crew being around her even before her last breath. Amid all this, Shannon played a huge role and was a core supporter of her daughter. But after all this, it was a shock for the viewers when Shannon asked her viewers to follow Anna on social media after her death. June recently made a post and requested her fans to help her late daughter cross 1M followers on her TikTok and Instagram accounts. Not only this, but June even did a live session to sell the badges with Anna's name printed on them. Almost everyone from her family shared the same on their social media handles and asked the viewers to purchase them. Fans were in disbelief as Anna passed recently, and her family is selling stuff online instead of mourning her death. A Reddit thread started with the title, "They're all trying gain off Anna death." It accused Shannon of using Anna's death to sell stuff. A user wrote, "They're so disgusting." Another one added, "So sad. This hurts my heart." Another Mama June viewer commented, "Gross, gross, gross." This made it clear that fans didn't like the way Shannon was asking them to follow Anna's account a few days after her death and was selling stuff under her name. Mama June. Fans call out Shannon for disrespecting Caitlyn's privacy. Mama June fans never thought that giving custody of Anna's daughter Caitlyn to Mama June was a good decision. But the family believed that the star kid was really comfortable with her grandmother and that she would stay happy with her. However, it seems that the celeb has been receiving backlash for exploiting Caitlyn's privacy after her mother's death. Shannon recently shared a clip in which she was in Longhorn Steakhouse with Caitlyn and Justin. They went shopping together and ran errands. Hence, June decided to document their experience and share it with the viewers. In the clip, the star kid was busy with her electronics, while she was least bothered about the filming. But viewers felt that it wasn't necessary at all to film Caitlyn during her rough phase. Apparently, she has recently lost her mother and surely wouldn't be in a great space. That is why the audience felt that Shannon should give her time to mourn Anna's tragic death and should try to keep her out of the limelight for some time. Keep coming back to TV season and spoilers for the latest Mama June tea. The tragic loss of Anna Chickadee Cardwell shook the Shannon family to its core. As the eldest daughter of Mama June Shannon, Anna had long distanced herself from the chaos of her family's fame, choosing instead a more private life focused on her children. When she lost her battle with cancer, tributes poured in from across the country. But amid the collective grief, a storm was brewing. One that would pit Mama June against her own fan base in an emotional and increasingly public war of perception. At the heart of the controversy is a deeply uncomfortable question. Is Mama June exploiting her daughter's death for social media followers and attention? For a woman who rose to fame through reality TV, Mama June has never shied away from the spotlight. But as the dust settles from the family's latest heartbreak, many fans believe she's crossed a line, turning personal grief into online content and using Anna's memory as a platform to boost her image. What started as public mourning has now sparked backlash, with thousands calling June's behavior insensitive, exploitative, and tone-deaf, a grieving mother, or content creator. In the weeks following Anna's passing, Mama June's social media presence intensified. Her Instagram and TikTok feeds, usually filled with goofy videos and shout-outs, became a near-daily diary of grief, parenting updates, and tearful reflections. Photos of Anna, screenshots of text messages, videos showing the girls playing in the background. A somber piano tune laid beneath a montage of memories, followed immediately by June asking followers to like, comment, and share. For some, the content felt heartfelt and vulnerable, but for others, It felt eerily curated, less about honoring Anna and more about gathering views. Fans began to notice a pattern. Every emotional post about Anna was followed. Whether it was for June's weight loss merchandise, sponsored posts, or upcoming appearances, it became difficult to separate raw emotion from brand strategy. Comments started to flood in. Some followers praised her strength, but more and more began to accuse her of attention-seeking behavior. They asked why personal moments were being shared so publicly, why grieving children were being filmed, why tragic content always came with hashtags, links, and filters, and why, if this was about healing, the world needed to see it at all. The Anna hashtag backlash. One of the tipping points came when June launched a branded hashtag in memory of Anna, meant to spread awareness about cancer and honor her daughter. The hashtag Remember Anna movement quickly spiraled into something murkier. Followers were encouraged to share their own tributes, wear themed shirts, and tag June for a chance to be featured on her pages. But when fans realized the campaign was tied to a line of merchandise, shirts and mugs featuring Anna's image, things got ugly. What should have been a tribute began to feel transactional. Critics slammed June for monetizing her daughter's death, accusing her of turning mourning into marketing. The comments turned fiery. Some users declared they were unfollowing. Others demanded transparency about where the profits were going. A few asked the harshest questions of all. Did Anna even give permission for her name and image to be used this way before she passed? The backlash was swift and intense, forcing June to issue a statement clarifying that proceeds were allegedly going toward the care of Anna's children. But the damage was done. The optics were impossible to ignore. Grief packaged, branded, and sold in digital storefronts. Family tensions rise again. While the public fumed, tension within the Shannon family reportedly intensified. Lauren Pumpkin Aferd, June's second eldest daughter, has long been the grounding force amid the family's storms. Insiders claimed she was privately furious over how June handled the public grieving process. For Lauren, Anna's death was a deeply personal loss, not a platform. She reportedly pleaded with June to take some time offline, to grieve privately, and to respect Anna's memory without making every moment content. But those requests allegedly fell on deaf ears. With growing concerns for Anna's children and their exposure online, the family divide widened. Meanwhile, Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson, now carving her own identity in the public eye, stayed mostly silent. But fans couldn't help but notice her subtle unfollows and a lack of engagement with her mother's tribute posts. To many, it was a quiet act of protest. The cracks in the Shannon family's unity were showing again. Only this time, the catalyst wasn't addiction or scandal, but how grief was being commodified in the digital age. The view from the critics. Celebrity culture has long blurred the line between public and private, especially for reality stars. But Mama June's recent behavior ignited a broader conversation about how influencers and television personalities handle personal tragedies. Mental health advocates and grief counselors weighed in online, with many cautioning against turning mourning into spectacle. While some agreed that public grieving can be cathartic and even build community, they argued that the constant sharing of intimate moments, especially involving children, can become emotionally damaging, both to the sharer and the audience. Some experts voiced concern over the children's visibility. At such a fragile age, being repeatedly filmed, photographed, and mentioned online, especially in connection to their mother's death, could create long-term trauma. Children, they argued, should never be part of a grieving brand strategy. Journalists and TV critics also joined the conversation, questioning the ethics of networks continuing to film the family during this time. Was it responsible? Was it exploitative? Or was it simply the reality TV playbook, rewritten for the TikTok generation? June's defense. Mama June has never been one to back down from criticism. In response to the backlash, she posted a series of messages defending her actions. While she didn't directly address every accusation, she framed her online posts as part of her healing journey. She insisted she was trying to honor Anna, raise awareness about cancer, and keep her daughter's memory alive. She emphasized that the photos and videos were not meant to gain clout, but to offer transparency. That she was sharing her pain to help others through theirs. That in a world where she's constantly judged, she was finally trying to do something from the heart. But her explanations didn't quell the storm. Critics continued to dissect every post, every comment, every like. And as the followers kept climbing, so did the accusations that this wasn't about grief at all. It was about rebranding.